Hey guys, Dumpster Dolly again, in contacts and makeup, full gear. You get to see how I look without looking like a bum like everyday regular videos. This video is going to be illuminating, let's say, the goth scene. And by goth scene I mean outside of one's house. This is going to be addressing the Toronto goth scene, as I have not lived anywhere else, and the places I have visited I have not seen their goth scene because I haven't been out of town since before I became goth, so to speak. Yes, the lovely city of Toronto, Canada, the most multicultural city in the world, and, in my opinion, one of the shittiest goth scenes out there. Like, it's not to say that I'm not ungrateful, at least we have a goth scene, it's just not exactly thriving at the current year. What really sucks is that I never got to experience the good part of it, because apparently it was good at one point in time, but it's really gone downhill since then. By the time I turned 19, which is the legal age for drinking, smoking, going to clubs, etc., and any goth club pretty much only lets you in if you're 19 and up. By the time I turned that age, all the goth scene had already died, pretty much. The goth club scene done. The only good goths I can find are, like, a few people in Toronto, but not too many, and online, obviously. There are lots of nice people online that are goth. But sadly enough, they don't live here for the most part, and that sucks. Now, when the club scene was supposedly booming, goth club scene that is, because the regular club scene in Toronto here is thriving with, empty-headed losers with bleach blonde extensions and whatnot. Not to say that if you go to regular clubs you're one of those people, it's just a stereotype and yada yada yada. Anyways, yeah, when it was thriving, probably like, I would say on a good day 10 years ago, but even up to like 2006, 2007 it was okay, but by then I was in high school and I didn't really have much exposure to the gothic culture other than looking at pictures of people on Vampire Freaks and wanting to look like them, but not exactly acting on my feelings because, one, I didn't have the money for it, and two, I just was too lazy, to be honest. That's going into a different tangent here. What my main point is that the goth scene is just shit here, and there's not much I can do about it. To fill you in, because most of you probably don't live here, the goth club scene rather, consists of old perverts that either slap on some crow makeup for a night or don't wear any makeup or goth clothes at all. Douchebags in athletic clothes thinking they can go and, like, bang a goth chick. And sluts who wear cyberlocks. I like cyberlocks, but in Toronto, most of the people who dance around in really short shorts and diamond print fishnets and cyberlocks and gas masks are very slutty and are all doing each other. Which brings me to another point. Everybody that's goth in Toronto knows each other. Now, I may be an exception because I am a hermit most of the time, and even though clubbing isn't really my thing, I go out to socialize occasionally and I try to meet new friends, but since the scene is so bad right now, I don't even bother anymore. So nobody really knows who I am, and I kind of like it that way. I prefer talking to people online because, it lets me get a more broad interest of the knowledge and interests of people. I know that's kind of weird sounding, but I'm kind of tired, so please forgive me. Anyways, meeting people online is just, more broad, like I said, and it usually goes more by interest than by, appearance, and I've talked to people who have the exact same interests as me that don't look like me whatsoever. So I think that's really neat, and I wish, there are club scenes like that around the world, but I unfortunately live in one that is not exactly thriving at the moment. That's not to say that if you live in Toronto and you go to goth clubs, and I probably haven't met you yet if you're really that, awesome of a person, and I wish I did, but I figure it's wasting my money, or even though it's only $5, like, wasting my money getting drunk just to have a good time is not really worth it at all. Anyways, I just thought, this video isn't very, very helpful, but I just thought I'd get it off my chest, and I guess it could be helpful because if you live in a city with a thriving goth club scene, then you're lucky, because Toronto isn't exactly the hot spot for that. I heard Montreal is pretty good, but I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know. If you have any further questions, inquiries, comments, and such, and if you think I'm being an ignorant douchebag, just you know, go to another video. This video isn't for you, clearly. And feel free to inbox me, and remember to comment, like I said, rate and subscribe. I know you guys are tired of hearing that, but it really helps. Bye.